Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Children's Sermon for May 24th. My apologies, I'm posting this a little bit later than I normally do, but hopefully you'll be able to get this tomorrow with your kids. So, what I want to talk to you about today is that this week was Ascension Day, and it's the day that we celebrate and talk about Jesus' ascension after he died and he rose again, right? And the disciples met him in a couple of places, and we've heard those stories, especially since Easter Sunday morning. And then this is the story that at his ascension, he was lifted up into the air and disappeared right in front of the disciples' eyes. He was taken up into heaven to be with God the Father. And so that's the story that I want to read you. I'm going to read to you from our Spark Bible, okay? And so you can find it in Acts, you can find it in Luke if you're reading a regular Bible, but this is from the Spark Bible. The Ascension. After Jesus died and rose again, he and his disciples got together near Jerusalem. Jesus had some instructions for them. As you know, God is doing amazing things in the world, he said, and your help is needed. We need you to go tell stories about me. Tell your friends and family and everyone you meet what you've learned by following me. Be my witnesses in the world. Then suddenly Jesus was rising up in the air. What was going on? He was being lifted up into a cloud. Jesus' friends looked around. Two men in white robes had joined them. The men said, "Why are you just standing around looking up toward heaven? Don't worry, Jesus will come back someday." "Right," said one of Jesus' disciples. "Meanwhile, we have some work to do. Let's get going." So that's the story of what happened on Ascension Day when Jesus was raised up into heaven to be with God the Father, and the disciples wouldn't see him anymore. Luckily, Jesus left them not only with the gift of the Holy Spirit that would be coming pretty shortly, but he also left them with a lot of memories and a lot of stories. And so part of what he invited them to tell one another were stories. Because when we think about our faith is full of stories. And some of them are the stories of the Bible, when we think about Adam and Eve, or Noah, or Moses, or Queen Esther, or the disciples, or Jesus himself. So much of our faith comes from storytelling. And so what Jesus tells his disciples is, tell a story. Tell the story about what happened to me, about what we've done, about what you will continue to do. And so the disciples kind of still helped to write the story of Jesus and what happened to his church. And for us today, guess what? We not only hear Jesus' stories, we hear what Jesus teaches us, we hear what God did years and years and years ago, but today we still get to be a part of writing God's story. Each and every day, we get to wake up and we get to be a part of writing God's story by the things that we say, by the things that we do, by the way we teach others what faith is and what grace looks like and what God would want us to do. So my invitation to all of you today is find a good story. Find a good story in your Spark Bible or in another Bible or even another storybook. Find a good story that you really, really like. Read it a couple of times. And then, or have your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa read it to you, then practice telling it to them. Because storytelling is an important part of our faith. Blessings, everybody. Take care, and hopefully we will see you soon. Bye.